Hey guys, how's it going? This is Coach Ekong, and in this video, I'm going to give you my top tips as to how to lose weight and, more importantly, how to keep the weight off. So in order to lose weight and keep it off, in my opinion, there's really just 5 things that you need to know, okay? So we're just going to hit all 5. For anything else or for any other questions, feel free to just visit me at lifechanging.com. But the very first thing on the foundational level is just to eat real food. Okay, if you do the math, you'll find 2 slices of pizza is literally the equivalent of 17 servings of broccoli. So what you want to do is you want to stay away from your processed foods, like your candy, potato chips, sugars. Even though you're feeling full, this is what I call empty calories. So of course, lean meats, fruits, vegetables, those baseline foods are going to be more valuable in your attempts to keep the weight off because your body's going to recognize the properties inside those micronutrients much better than processed foods. Now, you don't have to be a health professional to know that if you eat blueberries, you're not going to wake up and be the color blue. We know that. But it seems as if when I suggest to my clients to eat more fat, there's a fear that they'll get fat. I want to clarify that number 2 to losing weight and allowing for that weight to stay off is to eat more healthy fats. Healthy fats are going to be your avocados, your nuts, things like grapeseed oil, fatty fish. These not only help with maintaining your weight, but they also help fighting fatigue as well as help your mood. And for nothing else, your digestion is much better when you consume these foods. Listen, a lot of you will be excited to know this one. Carbs are not the enemy, okay? You can have carbohydrates. The issue is you need to know how much you can have. Now, a lot of you may push back and say, well, there are diets where there's no carbohydrates and people are losing weight. I agree with that. I will say this, though. Having 0 carbs is very challenging on a longevity or a sustained level. It's hard to sustain diets that have no carbohydrates because carbs actually are used for energy. So fatigue, irritability, all these things fall into place where even if you're losing weight, people don't want to be around you. In order to lose weight and keep the weight off, you need to just lower your carbs. Quick piggyback off of that. Timely carbs is the best way to go. When you're doing your carbohydrates, just don't do them throughout the day. Be timely with them. I would say before a run, you want to have the right complex carb. You want to do a post-workout with carbohydrates. So the timing of your carbohydrates is going to be vital as you're understanding the amount of carbs and the reduction of your carbs so that it makes sense. Number 4, in order to lose weight and keep the weight off, you have to address your issues around emotional eating. Yes, most people struggle with this, and yes, it's not the easiest thing to do. Primarily, you're probably emotional eating in a number of different scenarios. The top ones probably are going to be stress, right? Fatigue, boredom, distraction. There's a number of different ways that we can be emotional eating. A lot of which actually circles around life, right? I always joke around and tell my clients, listen, in between our training sessions, I understand life is happening. I understand that if it were just you in like the Biggest Loser environment where you're enclosed, no cell phone, and we're just training, it's easy to lose weight because you really don't have anything else outside of the focus of just working out. But life isn't like that, and we understand that. And so you have to have parameters in place to ensure your success. What does that mean? What does that look like? So for instance, if you're stressed or you're having a stress day, you can't just disregard that you're going to have stressful days. You have to identify how you can substitute those days with positive reinforcement. That could be journaling when you're frustrated. That could be reading, right? That could be taking a walk. 1,200, 1,400 calories of sugar is probably going to make you feel better, but it's probably also going to set you back. And so with the emotional eating, there is a discipline involved, and it does require you, number 1, identifying your highest levels of anxiety or levels of that opportunities that you can fail. When does that happen? What time of day? So you have to address, number 1, I'm going to be probably stressed on these days, or I'm probably going to be more tired on these days. In what ways can I substitute my bad eating for good eating, and then go accordingly. Number five, the last one, is really two parts. Number one, being patient. You can't lose weight and keep the weight off without patience. I understand that before and after pictures puts a lot of pressure on people, but understand that patience is a big part of the process. Ability to be successful, losing weight and keeping the weight off requires you to have someone who's going to make you accountable. And that's where someone like myself, a fitness coach, or someone, a fitness specialist, that could be a personal trainer, that could be a fitness coach, that could be an online coach, someone who is in the position to have, number one, the knowledge, but number two, to also have the ability to connect with you in a way that makes you understand that your success is important to them in the same way, if not more, than it is to you. And so I would say being open to coaching and to invest in a coach is as important as anything else you invest in. And to lose weight and keep the weight off, I don't always know that people can do it on their own. And so I always suggest that, listen, if you're someone who's done it on your own and you've been in a position where you haven't really seen the results that you want, hiring on a coach is probably going to be a good investment. So those are my 5 tips. I hope it were helpful. And if this was helpful, definitely, again, visit me at lifechanging.com. Visit your boy, Coach Ecom. It's life changing. That's what we do. Change lives. Let's go.